Named Times Person of the Year this week for her work raising awareness about the climate crisis. And joining me now is Justin Werland, a Time Magazine environment writer and co-author of the piece on Greta. Justin, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start here with a simple question. Why Greta for Person of the Year?
Well, I think
she needs to take a break because it's not global warming, it's the Most High. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai coming back to judge the world with the sword and not peace. Okay, with not with love, okay? But if you trust in him with his, as a merciful almighty he is, you know, if you be of his choice, you know, if you seek him, you know, 10 times, you know, the names are so important. I heard them in my dream, John 17, verse 6, and verse 26, second Ezra, which is in the hidden books in the Apocrypha. They actually took these out of the regular Bibles. But second Ezra 14 and 35 matches up with John 17 and 6. The names I heard in my dream matching up with Acts 4 and 12. And so I don't build on another man's foundation, Romans 15 and 20. I've seen his face in my forehead, Revelations 22 and 4 matching up with Daniel 6 and 17, I believe. I'm going to pull it all up, actually, just so you can see, because I forgot I was screen recording. Second Ezra 14, 35. For after the death, well, therefore, if so be that ye subdue your own understanding, which is the understanding of what we think we understand of what is this world and the next world, what is life and death, and reform your hearts. And reform your hearts to what? To the doctrines, all the words of the Bible. But you got to understand that the deceived and the deceiver are his. The names drop down from heaven, and he's going to tell you his name personally. But you can't have little faith, you know. You're going to see why his son's name has his father's name inside of it, you know, because you look at the language that the Most High written with his own finger and gave to the children of Israel, the 12 tribes, so-called blacks, Mexicans, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Puerto Ricans, Latinos, up here in the uppermost part of the earth, which is, this is America. Spiritually, it's Babylon the Great. You know, because all the countries follow after the ways of America. But, you know, we're made in China, though, because they're alliance, okay? Reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive after, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest. And that's matching up with John 17, verse 6 and 26. And I'm going to pull that up as soon as possible. And the works of the ungodly shall be declared. And what works are those? Those are pagan holidays. The dollar bill, okay? Basically, the health systems, the pharmaceutical systems, the school systems, they're all ungodly in the eyes of the Most High. They push this New World Order science agenda, okay? Where do what thy wilt, you know. Saturn, NASA, it's all satanic. Because the thing is, they don't have any doctrine. The thing is, they don't have any proof. But their ungodliness is the proof that we see. And we declare it by the scriptures, because we do see what the scriptures are talking about. Not everybody sees, only few can see. But actually, I want to pull up that global warming, because if you read the scriptures, that 16-year-old girl, she would understand that, you know, this is the presence of the Most High coming back. You know, but she got Person of the Year, though. You know, that makes sense. You know, it's a stumbling block for a lot of people. and try to pull out the presence at thy presence. The mountains shake, the waters rise. Like Job 23 and 15. And this is what happened to me, Job 23 and 8. I was stumbling in the darkness because his darkness is darker than any darkness. Pitch black, you know what I mean? Behold, I go forward, but he is not there, and backward, but I cannot perceive him. The Most High, he can hide himself perfectly. He's the master of all hidden, hidden and the seen manifestations. On the left hand, and that's Esau, the thing is, the Most High has got his hands on, he controls the evil and the good. So you got to understand what the left hand and the right hand is. Left wing and the right wing. Us righteous who can see it, because the evildoers, they can see it too. They understand the truth just like we do. And then there's a whole bunch of people stuck up in the mix, okay, with this war of good and evil going on. On the left hand, where he doeth work, but I cannot behold him. He hideth himself on the right hand, that I can't see him. And where's he hiding himself on the right hand? Wisdom is right by his throne. The moon, she talked to me. It goes back to Sirach 1:6 and verse 7. And she's not manifest to many. And a mystery about not everybody seeks after wisdom, but she's unpleasant to the unlearned, and that's the one I hold deeply to my heart, because she entered into my soul, which is Proverbs 2 and 10. And it was that same night she helped me, man. And basically, but he knoweth the way that I take, and when he hath tried me, I shall come forth as gold. And that's the thing. When you're tried, that's wisdom. She tried me. 2 Samuel 22 and 31. For as Yahweh, the Most High God, his way is perfect. It is perfect. The word of Yahweh, the Lord, is tried. He is a buckler to all them that trust in him. Psalms 12 and 6. The words of Yahweh, the Lord, are pure words, as silver tried in the furnace of earth, purified 7 times. Psalms 17 and 3. Thou hast proved my heart, thou hast visited me in the night, thou hast tried me, and thou shalt find nothing I am purposed, that my mouth shall not transgress. And that's Psalm 66 and 10. He tried me, and it was by his will that I overcame the destroyer, the wicked one, the evil man, the strange woman. Psalm 66 and 10. For thou, O Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, hast proved us. Thou hast tried us, as silver is tried. Let's go there. Thou broughtest us into the net. And what net is that? The pit, the bottomless pit. Thou layest affliction upon our loins. Thou hast caused men to ride over our heads. And that's the floods of ungodly men. So Psalms 40 and 12. We went through fire and through water. And that's life and death right there. That's when you ascend and descend. But thou broughtest us out into a wealthy place. And what is that? Wisdom, the house of the Most High God. Through wisdom, all things are established and founded, and have an everlasting structure, foundation through wisdom. So according to your wisdom, you'll be judged. According to your goodness and your wickedness, you'll be judged and rewarded. And the thing is, there's no excuses. if you meddle in a lot of matters, you know you're not going to be found innocent, and you know he will kill you. So the thing is, what you're doing now, I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's not right in the Most High's eyes. And that's kind of, we want to be a sure seed. We want to be sure. Okay, that's what security is. That's what assurance is. That's what that's where your strength and your faith and your hope. That's where that all comes from. Is to be sure. Okay, to be right. Okay, to be on the right side. Because when you're on the left, I mean, you're always second guessing. So, but wisdom, man. Oh, you know, I gotta exalt her. For I will go into thy house with burnt offerings. And what burnt offering is that? That's when you're burning, you're sacrificing, you're burning your time for goodness and righteousness and truth, and in all sincerity. You know, with all your might. You know, you're using all your energy, all your thought, you're taking all your pain, all your gain, all your prosperity and downfalls and your struggles in all your life, both from what you've seen them from other people and through your own life. And you tell people about it, and that's paying a vow. And I will pay thee my vows. And then, you know, my vow is, you know, he saved my life and he gave me many riches, innumerable riches, you know. The innumerable riches, you know, so many that to understand innumerable evils, to understand innumerable riches. Okay, Psalms 40:12, and I want to bring out because I gotta exalt wisdom. She's the she's the breath of the Most High. Wisdom. She's the voice. She's let's see. I would pay my vows. I will pay thee my vows, which my lips have uttered and my mouth have spoken when I was in trouble. Come and hear, all ye that fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Most High God, the living God, and I will declare what he had done for my soul. And he delivered me out of that pit. He saved me from a bird's eye. And the thing is, the moon is the one up in the sky. You know, he saved me from a bird's eye, and that's what I mean by that. The light and the darkness and the night. She's the moon. She's a protector in the night, and the sun's a protector in the day. And they actually both have power to smite and kill people. But verily, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the Almighty God, hath heard me. He hath attended to the voice of my prayer. Bless Brakata Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakotash. Blessed be the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, which hath not turned away my prayer, nor his mercy from me. I want to bring up wisdom because, oh yeah, Daniel 12:10, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. So if you can't understand these scriptures, don't get puffed up when you're called wicked, because that's exactly what it is. The scriptures is telling you plain as day. But the wise shall understand. Zechariah 13:9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined. And what's that? That's that. When you get burned, you know, when you watch silver and gold getting refined from the, let's say, all right, from the 10 karat to 14 karat to 24 karat. Okay, that's all done in a process of refinement, cleanse and a rinse and repeat cycle. Okay, that's being sanctified. And, you know, through this word, when a wicked man hears this, it's like, all right, there's two types of wicked people, okay? One, you tell he's a fool, and he stops being wicked. And then one, you tell he's wicked, and he keeps on being wicked, tries to fight you. And that's what we're dealing with here. You know, that's what we're dealing with. I'm gonna bringing some edification on Hebrews 11 and 17. By faith, Abraham, our forefather, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob of the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called blacks, Mexicans, Latinos, and Native Americans up here in the uppermost part of the earth. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, and see, that's the thing, we the 12 tribes, we fall under that genealogy, that lineage of that bloodline of Abraham. So, I mean, we got his same faith. If we exercise it, though, you know what I mean? When he was tried, temptation, offered up Isaac, his son. So the thing is, the Most High sent an evil angel and basically told Abraham, offer up your son, basically kill your son for me. Just to see how much he really feared the Most High, and how far was he willing to go to prove, his integrity. Because that's what Satan likes to do. He likes to test the integrity of the Most High God, and he also likes to he likes to turn us against our God. You know what I mean? And that's basically what ends up happening when you're tried. Okay, Most High and Satan are pretty much deciding. It's basically when you're in court. Okay, like Job 1, when the sons of the Most High God came to present themselves in the presence of the Most High Yahweh the Lord. Satan was there to resist them, and resist us from what? The belief, of what we seen, what we heard, okay? Trying to get us to fall back into the worldly curse, which is ungodliness and perversiveness. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac, and he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son. And so Isaac was his only son, of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called. And the thing is, wisdom's going to call all the seed of Isaac, the 12 tribes. Accounting on that, Yahweh, the Most High God, was able to rise him up, even from the dead, from whence also he received him in a figure. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. So the thing is, that's like I said in the beginning, is the wicked and the godly both know what's going on. And I think it was Apostle Gabar just made a video saying there's the scriptures is a movie being played out. The good and the good guys versus the bad guys. They're all aware of what's going on. Okay, we all know that the end of the world is being, we're in the last days right now, and the great battle is getting closer and closer every day. And the thing is, if you listen to Hebrews 11 and 20, by faith Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau. Esau was hairy, okay, and Jacob was he was gifted with wisdom and understanding, okay, and all workmanship, because that was the blessings, okay. It goes back to the when Jacob and Esau. That's why racism is still prevalent today, is because what happened between Jacob and Isaac. They're twin brothers, and actually Esau had the birthright, but he actually sold it for a piece of meat, okay, for a meal, because he was hungry, and he was parched, he was fainted, okay, because he was on the brink of death, basically. And basically what happened is he ended up selling his birthright, which is, the promises, the covenants, the everlasting covenants, man. And it's a big deal. The thing is, so like the bad guys and the good guys know what's going on, and then there's a lot of people that are doing wickedly through the devices set up by Esau. I mean, that's the seed line of the devil, and Jacob is the seed line of the Most High God, going back all the way to Adam, Okay, and to us, to Jacob, the seed of Jacob belongs the secrets which belong to the Most High God Yahweh, and He gives us gifts, of understanding and wisdom and dreams, and He sends people into your lives who are actually, appointed and set up for this thing, brought down low and set up, and it is very humbling. It's the most humbling thing in the entire creation when you can feel Him really dealing with you, getting you through the dark times. So basically, and just like that, Esau, he blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. I have a testimony. Somebody, he had blue eyes, and he fits this description of Esau, an Edomite. And Esau, like, I had a dream, and Esau, like, I had a dream this girl was gonna hit me up, and she hit me up. So the thing is, that's just he's just telling me, it's just fulfilling scriptures. So you listening to this, just stay watchful and listen with your, look with your ears and listen with your eyes, as I always tell people, because your what you visualize and your perception on what is, it could be totally different, something else. There's something inside of us. It could be wicked, it could be godly. And that's why we got to prove all things and stay away from what is evil, because once your mind and your heart like to draw you away with worldly things, okay, because carnally is to be flesh and to be heavenly is to be spiritual. And that's why there's that fight and war against science and spirit. Because that's what, you got nuke bombs, okay? So people glorify the destruction of those, the ignorances of those devices. And the Most High is not ignorant of those devices. So, by faith, Jacob, when he was dying, blessed both the sons of Joseph and worshiped, leaning on top of his staff. By faith, Joseph, when he died, made mention of the departing of the children of Yasharallah, meaning, and the real Israelites, they're scattered, okay? We're departed, okay? We're scattered throughout all the nations, and gave commandment concerning his bones. So the real Israelites, they're not there in Israel today. But okay, now I want to jump back to what I was on. James, this is James 1:12. When you overcome, okay, spoke of in Revelations. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which is spoke of in Revelations, all right? Which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Lord, hath promised to them that love him. And that's going back to John 17, verse 6 and 26, So that glory, that crown of life, that glory could be in us as it was in his son, Yahushua. 1 Peter 1:7, that the trial of your faith being much more precious than gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire. See, and that's the thing, even gold can perish by the amount of heat. That's incredible. Might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach. I know his name isn't Jesus, because Jesus tried to buy my soul through Freemasonries, okay? So I've been there, done that, all right? And this is me. Now I go to churches, I'll be telling people Revelation 2:2. Well, I want to stay on Actually, Revelations 2:10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Suffer is to go through affliction, both spiritually and physically, in your mind and in the physical realm. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. And I got a precept on that, because that prison is a spiritual death. You know, the spirit, your wisdom and your understanding of this world has to die. Okay. But the thing is, it's better if you kill it than somebody else, because it's going to be very unpleasant if somebody else does it, right? So we can only persuade you to start killing the old you and start renewing the new you through the word of the scriptures and through really proving stuff, okay? Proving where these words came from and what dates, okay? Because the history, you'll start to learn to be a detective when you get into this truth. He'll just put it on your spirit, and you'll be able to connect the dots like really, really quick. The devil should cast some of you into prison, and I've been there. It's a prison without bars, okay? And I've been locked up in real life, all right? And so the thing is, some brothers might be, while they're in prison, okay, while you're in prison, you can be in prison of your mind. And I want to stress that, okay? But the Most High, he will humble you and keep you peace. And that's when you just start building relationship with yourself, the real you, okay? Because I remember when I was in 7th grade, man, I left that 7th grader back, okay? And I didn't see that 7th grader until the Most High scared it back into me, okay? It doesn't matter how old you are. You know, I got old people even saying they're grown. No, well, in the eyes of the Most High, he's the only grown one, all right? Because we're children, we're babes, all right? You know, basically, what's taught in the churches is an elementary basic doctrine to get you under the spell. Well, like, this is a comfortable it's a comfortable hell is what I tell people, because you know, people live comfortable down here, and that's why the Most High is going to judge the lean cattle, which are the ones who going through sufferings and afflictions, you know, basically fasting and stuff, you know. He's gonna judge between the fat and the lean cattle, you know, and that matches up with Revelations. You know, how many times a day were you doing burnt offerings, or, you know, sacrificing your time? Because time, he said, you know, if you look at it, people sit on a lot of time, which makes them fat, like that cattle. But if you don't sit on the time, you're redeeming the time. You're not burning the time, okay? Because the thing is, you don't want judgment to come down when you got all this idleness on you, all right? And it shows through your works, okay? And this matches up. Revelations 3:18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear. And what nakedness is that? That's the nakedness of all your sins and all your iniquities, everything you ever done. You know, those stick. But with the God of repentance on your side, and he's so full of mercy. He's merciful to all. And the thing is, once you start calling him a liar, that's when I'd be very scared, because you're gonna start watching your family members die, or you're gonna just stuff like that. And that's all I can say. Cancer, stuff like that. You know, my grandpa's got cancer right now, and the thing is, I told my grandpa, you know, it's the Most High. He controls all those things. He could take it away, and he can give you it 7 times. There's people who fought cancer 7 times and still ain't got it. You know what I mean? Still don't want to seek the Most High's name. Still don't want to do the truth. All right. Still don't want to make videos. Still don't want to, just make a point. And I love 2nd Ezra 16 and 73. Then shall be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. And that's another prison, because people we are trying to break the bondages of people's mind, because that's what it is. We're trying to free your mind from the doctrines and the philosophies of this world. And because this world is death and this world is hell. You just look around, everything's corruptible. It's not indestructible, but people walk around like they are, okay? That thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thy eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. And that's what happened. I can see now. I was blind, but now I see. That old term, Mark Twain too. You're born twice. Once when you're born out of your mother's womb, the second when you understand why. And there's actually 2 wombs. Okay, wisdom, the moon, she is the womb. She's the mother of all living. Sirach 1 and 6 in verse 7. She entered into my soul, matching up with Proverbs 2 and 10. Judith 8 and 27. Not everybody's going to be tried like some people. Some people got it easier than some, all right? But a fool's got to, to be wise, you got to be a fool, all right? And the thing is, that night I was a fool. I had to be a fool, so I could rule. And Judith 8 and 27, for he hath not tried us in the fire as he did them. And who's them? The brothers who is really in this. He's trying a lot of our minds. He's trying a lot of our hearts to see how much you've been reading, how much you've really been seeing, looking with your ears, listening with your eyes, okay? So saith, the Most High. Because he's coming back, and I don't know, a lot of people, we can already see that. A lot of people aren't ready for that, okay? For he hath not tried us in the fire as he did them. The 144,000, they're being tried. They're being sealed. They're being awakened. The hopeful elect. The whole world is being tried. But not everybody's going to be tried like the 144,000. Those ones who were, chosen and predestinated for this ministry, for this, because, they live it out, the testimony of his son, to get that full 100%, that full cup, that mingled wine, broken bones, okay? That's what I lived through. I broke my neck about 4 years ago. Hospital ended up turning me away. I need to find that scripture too, because it's actually a testimony that I lived out.